topic that it is a chance and probability. So let us understand what is chance. We come across many situations in our daily life where we get the chances. So an example here, some examples where we are getting a chance. By chance I forgot to take a raincoat. See, on one particular day I forgot to take a raincoat. The same day it rained heavily. So it's a chance. By chance, by mistake, by luck, I forgot to take the raincoat. That is only a chance. By chance I forgot. Usually every day I used to take the raincoat, but on particular day I forgot. It's a chance. So on that day itself it rained. Remaining days it was not raining, but I was taking the raincoat. But when I forgot that day, the same day it rained. It's a chance. Now another situation, you look at this. So a teacher announces a test. The chapter, there are 5 chapters were to be given in the test, but I prepared only 4 chapters thoroughly. Very thoroughly I prepared. But a very important question, one question came from the chapter I left. That one chapter I left. It is a chance. One important question came from there only, which I left. I studied very thoroughly the 4 chapters. 5th chapter I left. But by chance, the same chapter, from the same chapter I got one question. It is a chance here. Okay. So another particular train, another example, you look at this. A train runs in time. Every day train goes in time only. Right time it reaches. Right time it starts. But when the day I reached it was late. It is late. And the day I went to go for some places. To catch the train I went, but the same day itself it was late. So every day it comes in the right time. But when I reached there, so it was late. So here in all these situations, we come across the chances. Can you give 1 or 2 examples for this type of examples where we are getting the chances? Huh? Some 1 or 2 examples. Head or tail. When you toss a coin, you will get a head or tail. It's a chance. Okay. Dice. When you throw a die, getting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a chance only. Many situations we come across in our daily life. We come across many such situations where we take chances. Okay. So now, we'll see this. These are examples of chances. So in our daily life, certain things happens or not happening, we are not sure about that one. The things which are not sure about, it is a chance only. Sun rises in the east, it is a sure thing. It is not a chance. It is not a chance. Sun rising is not a chance. It happens every day, right time. But raining, today it may rain or tomorrow it may not rain. Or this raining or not raining, it's a chance only. So these are the things where we come across in our daily life. So look at this another. But in certain situations, results are having equal chances. There are certain situations, some chances, equal chances we will get. For example, see, when you throw a head or see, when you toss a coin. So before we start a cricket match, we are going to toss a coin. See, getting head or getting tail has equal chance, equal opportunity. How much chance is there for getting head is same chance that tail is also having. That is why we choose coin to decide who has to bat or who has to go for fielding. So we are taking the coin because it is unbiased. It will not give a one-sided result. When you toss a coin, always you will not get head. If you are getting always head means it is biased. So giving one-sided answer only. Always it gives head. So let me not go for that one. Or suppose if it gives always tail. So then we call it as a biased coin. So it is not a biased coin. It is not making any partiality here. So it gives equal chance to both. Either head or tail. When you toss a coin, how much chance you are having to get head? Same chance is there to get the tail. So therefore, these are the situations where equal chances are there for both. Even if you throw a die, so getting 1, getting 2, getting 3, getting 4, getting 5, getting 6, all the 6 phases are having equal chances, equal opportunity. So there it is not one-sided result. So where you are having equal opportunity, that we call equal chances are there. Now look at this, getting a result. When you toss a coin, what are the possible outcomes? What are the results we will get when you toss a coin? I will get either head or tail. Can you predict the result? Is it possible to predict the result of any activity? Nobody can predict it. If I say head only will come, like that you cannot predict it. Or when you throw a die, you have possible outcomes. What are the possible outcomes when you throw a die? Die, you know that. So this is a cubical shaped die will be there. Okay. On each basis the number or dots will be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 spaces, 6 dots will be there. 6 numbers will be there. One side 1 dot, other side 2 dot, other side 3 dots, like that. Dots will be there. Getting 1 to 6 has equal opportunity, and you cannot predict which phase will come up. Whether the phase with number 1, phase with number 2, phase with number 3, you cannot predict. So any such results, so we see it is not possible to predict the results, because all are having equal opportunity, all are having equal chances. If it is biased, then you can predict it. Now head only will come, now tail only will come. So since the coin or a die, it is not biased, so you cannot predict the results. So it is not possible. So okay, so what are the possible results of tossing a coin is head or tail? What are the possible results when you throw a die? 1 to 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these are the possible results. Okay, now look at this, one experiment where we cannot predict the results is called a random experiment. We call that activity or an experiment as a random experiment. One is throwing a die is a random experiment because you cannot predict the result. Tossing a coin, so you cannot predict the result. Okay, so see, such experiments we can come across, we will get many such situations. So where the results cannot be predicted, such things are called as random experiment. Keep in mind, this is called as random experiment. See now, once you throw a die, once you toss a coin, toss a coin, what are the results you will get? What are the results, possible results? You will get either head or tail. So these are called as outcomes of the experiment. So that is what I have written. Head or tail is the outcome. This is an experiment. Tossing coin is an experiment. Remember that? The activity that performed, it's an experiment. This is an outcome. The results, all possible results are called outcomes. Now I will ask you one more experiment. I will tell you. Throwing a die is an experiment. What are the possible outcomes? 1 to 6. That is the outcomes. Okay. Possible outcomes. You can say possible outcomes or outcomes. Just you say outcomes. So, you are clear with about what is experiment, what is outcome? Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
The activity that we are performing, that is an experiment, and the possible result that you are getting, it's an outcome. All outcomes you have to write. Okay. So now look at this example now. Here is an activity, an experiment. When you spin the wheel shown in the figure, here is a figure, a circular disc. We have a disc here. Over the disc we are divided into 3 sectors. The sectors marked, see 3 sectors are there. In each sector we have marked with the letters A, B, C marked. There is a needle here, fixed needle, and you can rotate this one. You can spin this wheel. Spinning means you can move this one. Now you start moving this one, then leave that one, it rotates and finally it stops. Where it stops, only A or B or C, all are having equal opportunity or equal chances are there or not?
Sir, all are
See here, what is the experiment? So what is the experiment we are conducting here? Spinning wheel. It is spinning a wheel or a circular disc. What are the possible outcomes will get A or B or C. See, any one of this, all these three are having equal chances. So these are the possible outcomes. This is one activity. See, this is one. This spending is experiment. Outcomes are what are the possible results. Anything you may come. It is not partial here because equal chances given to A, B, C. Now another example. Look at this. All of you look at this example. You have a bag with 5 identical balls. So here is a bag in which I have written 5 balls here. 5 balls are kept inside the bag. What are the different colors? There are different colors. And you have to pull out a ball without looking into it, without seeing. If you see, then you will be biased. You will select a ball of your choice. Your favorite color ball only you will select when you look at that one. So the condition is, without looking into that bag, you have to keep your hand, shuffle this one, and you pull out one ball from this. So list out the outcomes you would get. What are the possible outcomes here? What are the possible outcomes here? You will get a white ball, or red ball, or blue ball, or green ball, or yellow ball. See, any biased result will come here or not? When you pull out a ball, no, it is not biased. When you pull out, and you are having an equal chance here to pull out any ball of any color here. You can pull white, you can pull red, you can pull blue color ball, you can pull the green or yellow color also. All are having equal chances. So all the possible outcomes are, you may get white ball, red ball, blue ball, green ball and yellow ball. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the second example. Now look at this. When you are having the equal chances here, so we say equally likely outcomes. What is the meaning of equally likely outcomes? Look at this. If you toss a coin, when a coin is tossed several times, the number of times that we get head or tail, how many times you will get head, how many times you will get tail, we have to note down that one. So let us understand what is equally likely outcomes. Carefully listen here. So your activity experiment given is tossing a coin. So the tossing a coin is an experiment. Now you have to note down all the outcomes. What are the results that you are getting when you toss? So one time you toss, you may get head, write down that tally mark. Another time you toss, you may get tail, you put a tally mark. Here it is done like this. One example. See, 50 times it is tossed. A coin is tossed 50 times. This is first one. So first activity, first experiment, look at this, this is the first one. 50 times you toss it. How many times you got head here? 27 times. How many times you got tail? 23. Look at this, when you toss a coin 50 times, you got 27 heads, 23 tails, total 50. So another person, second boy, I asked the second boy to perform, but he did it 60 times. So when the second boy did 60 times, look at this, he got 28 times head, 32 times tail. Another boy asked the third boy to conduct the activity, 70 times he did. So in 70 times, first head he got 33 and tail he got 37. Another fourth person I asked him to do the same activity. So what he got 38 times head, 42 times tail. So the next boy, his results are recorded like this, 90 times he did. In 90 times, 44 head, 46 tail. Another boy he conducted 100 times, 48 head he got and 52 tails. Now, see this is just an 100. Now I will ask you to perform the activity experiment, tossing a coin 1000 times. I will ask Shamitha to toss 1000 times. Can you expect your answer will be very nearer to which number? Head, how many times head you may get? Nearer to, approximately.
Nearer to 500.
Nearer to 500. How many times you will get the tail? That also will be nearer to 500. Isn't it? Now I will ask you to conduct another girl, a Chinmayi, 10,000 times. 10,000 times you toss. Now I will ask Madhusudan to conduct 1 lakh times.
Sir, nearer to 56
50,000. I'll ask Nisarga to toss 1 crore times.
Sir, we are into 50 lakh.
Now I'll ask all the people to toss infinite number of times, exactly 50% will
It
come.
will be half of it.
Half of it. See, that means you are able to predict the possible outcomes, chance, how many times you will get head, how many times you will get tail. You are approximately getting very closer answers because the tossing the coin, it's an unbiased activity. It is not giving a one-sided result. It is not favoring a particular result. Such activity having equal likely outcomes, so there are equal chances are there. They are called as equally likely outcomes. We call that as equally likely outcomes. Is it clear? Is it clear to all of you? So you should get an equal chance to both. When there is equal chance to both, so that means you will get near to 50% that one. So such things are outcomes are called as equally likely outcomes. Now look at this next one. As I told, increase the number of tosses to infinity. Number of heads and the number of times very closer. How many times you will get head? The same number of times you will get the tail also. So if you conduct this activity infinite number of times. Same way, when you throw a die, another experiment. When you throw a die, large number of times, you conduct it up to infinity, throw the die. So then getting 1 to 6, how many times you will get 1, same number of times you will get 6. How many time number you will get 2, same number of time you will 1 or 6. How many times you will get 3, same number 1, 2, 6. Like that, everything is having equal chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all are having equal chances, therefore equally likely outcomes. Here head or tail, both are having equal chances, therefore equally likely outcomes. Okay, now I will give one example. See, in a basket, all of you look at this. One white ball, green ball, green ball, green ball, green ball. So how many balls are there? 5 balls. One white ball, 4 green balls. Now tell me, getting white ball or green ball has equal chance? Equal chances? No.
Getting green ball is more chance.
Getting green ball is?
Sir, getting green ball has more chance.
Therefore it is not equally likely. You cannot call this as equally likely outcomes. Can you call that as equally likely outcomes? No, you cannot call. So chance of getting green ball is more here, therefore it is not equally likely. So you should know the example and non-example also. So here these two activities having equal chances, equally likely, but here it is not an equally likely. So now look at this another. Let us link these chances to probability now. Okay. Now as I said, experiment is tossing a coin. What is the chance? Here getting head or tail is a result. Both are equally likely outcomes. Now as I said, since it is equally likely, look at this. Chance of getting head. What is the chance of getting head? It is there are 2 outcomes. One is head, another is tail. 1 by 2, 50% is there. Just as we done equally likely, no? So getting head is 50%. So therefore, out of 2, you have 1 chance. Getting head is 1 by 2. Same way, if I ask you to find out what is the chance of getting tail, it is also 1 by 2. There are 2 results, 2 outcomes. Out of 2, there is a chance of getting only 1. So therefore, you can chance of getting head is same as probability of getting head. We can say the word probability here. Probability of getting head is 1 by 2. Instead of saying chance of getting head. So likely, the same meaning is likelihood of getting head. Likelihood of getting head means how many times you will get head. The chance of getting head. Probability of getting head. All these things are same meaning only. Okay. So 1 by 2. So now another experiment, look at this. The experiment is throwing a die. We are throwing a die. What are the possible outcomes? You get either 1, 2, 3. Is it biased? Is it biased? It is not biased.
Sir, it is not biased.
Okay. Now if I ask what is the probability of getting number 2?
Sir, 1 by 6. Sir, 1 by
So we have only one number out of 6. All are having equal chance, therefore it is 1 out of 6. What is the probability of getting 5?
Sir, 1 by 6.
Again it is 1 by 6. What is the probability of getting number 7?
Sir, we cannot get 7.
We don't have 7 here. In this you will not get. So this is impossible. What is this? This is impossible outcome. Impossible result it is. Now probability of getting number 1 to 6. Any one of the 6. Any one of 6 by 6. It is sure. Sure activity. It is a sure event. This event is sure. 100% will occur. So when I am throwing a die, you will say I want either 1 to 6. Any one of this number 1 to 6 means 100% you will get. Suppose when I throw a die, you are asking 7. I want 7 means it is impossible. The things which it will never occur. It will never occur. Such a thing is impossible. If you see sun rises in the east, it's a sure event. Now if I ask, I want sunrise in the west means it is an impossible event. Chance is 0. So the event having the probability 0, it is an impossible event. The event is having probability sure, it is a sure event. See, the probability between the sure event and impossible event is 0 and 1 only. Probability, sure event and impossible event. Sure event is 1, impossible event is, and here look at this probability of other events 1 by 6, 1 by 6. In the previous one 1 by 2. The probability lies between only these two numbers 0 and 1. Highest 1, lowest 0. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
So any probability of any event, it is in between 1 and 6. You will never get more than 1, less than 0. Now outcomes as events. Look at this. Each outcome of an experiment or collection of outcomes make an event. I told you now this is an event. See, these are all possible outcomes. These are all outcomes. In that I have taken getting 2. Getting 2 is an event here. You are asking 2. That is event. Among this you are demanding one thing here. That you are asking 2, demanding 2. So that is an event. Here, out of this 6, you are demanding 5. Getting 5. So that is event. Now here, you are demanding 7 now. You are asking 7. It is one event here. So when you are throwing a die, you are asking 7. Is it possible? It is impossible. It is an event. We call this an event. On the gatane. Okay. So now, I told, as I said, events among the outcomes. So you are going to select a certain outcome. Each event, suppose getting number 1 is an event, getting number 2 is an event, getting number 3 is an event, getting number 4 is an event, or collection of all, getting number 1 to 6 is an event. All among the outcomes you are demanding now, that is an event here. So now getting 3 is an event. When you throw a die, you are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, among these your one event is getting 3. You are asking number 3. So therefore it is event. Getting odd numbers. Somebody is telling when I throw a die, I want only odd numbers means we should get either 1, 3 or 5. That is an event. Getting even numbers. You want 2, 4, 6. So these are all among these outcomes you are selecting these things. These are all called events. So these events is an option here. From the outcomes, possible outcomes or impossible outcomes, you are choosing that activity. So that is called as an event. You got idea about what is event?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now look at this. Now here is one problem. A bag contains 4 red balls. Remember this is 4 red balls. Then 2 yellow balls in the bag. So we have a bag here. 4 red balls. 1, 2, 3, 4 red balls. 2 yellow balls. These 2 are red and this is yellow. And it is mixed, okay. It is mixed now. A ball is drawn from the bank without looking into the, without seeing this, you have to lift one ball from this one. Now is it equally likely?
No, sir.
No, because number of red balls are more. What is the total balls? Total balls 4 plus 2 6. 6 balls. 6 outcomes. How many outcomes you will get? 6. 6 outcomes. Now this question you look at this. What is the probability of getting red ball? What is the probability of getting red ball here?
Sir, 4 by 6.
4 by 6. Total we have 6.
Sir, it means 2 by 3.
4 by 6. We have 4 outcomes. Total outcome 6. Among that favoring to lifting the ball, red ball, is 4 even. 4 balls are there. To this, favoring outcomes are 4. Among 6, favoring outcomes are 4. Now, getting yellow ball, there are 6 balls. How many favoring balls are there? Yellow.
Sir,
2 by 6. 2 by 6. It is nothing but 1 by 3. See, 1 by 3, 2 by 3, you are all less than 1 only. Remember that. Always less than 1 only. Your answer is always less than 1. See, the probability of getting red ball is more than the probability of getting yellow ball. Compare 2 by 3 and 1 by 3. Which one is greater? 2 by 3 is greater than 1 by 3. So that means it is not equally likely. Not equally likely. See, getting red ball or getting yellow ball is not equally likely. So equal chances are not there. Now, how this chance and probability related in our life? Chance and probability. Chance of getting rain. You cannot predict the result. Today it will rain or not. Nobody can predict. Okay, so chance of getting rain when we do not carry umbrella. We are going without umbrella, sometimes rain may come. When we are always carrying the umbrella, but rain may not come. So it's all connect daily life situation. So if it rains one day in 10 days, suppose you will take 10 days you are going out. Out of the 10 days, you are getting only 1 day rain means, what is the probability of raining? What is the probability? 1 by 10. See, you are going outside 10 days. Among the 10 days, you are getting only 1 day rain. What is the probability of raining here? 1 by 10. What is the probability of not raining? Does not rain? 9 by 10. 9 by 10. See, these two are complementary. 1 plus 9, 10. Exactly opposite, supplementary now. 1 plus 9. 1 is getting rain, 9 is not getting rain. Remaining all will be not getting. If you know 1, the remaining all easily you can tell, minus that one. Probability of raining is 1, then naturally opposite to that one is probability not raining, then remaining should be the answer. See, it is also less than 1 only, remember? Now here, in our daily life, some examples I have taken. Daily cases in our life. To find the characteristics of large group using a small part of group. Now what is this large group? Characteristics of large group by a small part of group. During election time, you might have observed that one. In the TV programs, they will announce the probable answer, winning candidates, winning parties. Before the results are announced, immediately after the elections, what they will do, a particular TV channel people, they make a survey of particular village or particular city, those who voted. Then they will ask to whom you voted, or BJP or Congress or some other party. Then they will collect the information, they will make a tally mark, which party is getting more marks. Some 10 villages they will make. That will be the same, almost same will be the throughout India. Suppose if you, in the entire India, which party will be dominating this election means, you conduct on 3-4 states survey you make, then that will be the same result as almost what India gives. Such things you have observed during the elections time. If you are watching TV, then you will get an idea. Political parties, before the results, they make the survey. Such survey results will be almost closer to the original results. Pre-poll results. Or after poll results. So they do that one. So small parts, small group of people, they make a survey and they get the details, whom they are going to vote or whom they voted. So this survey that gives a clear idea about the winning parties. So here we use the probability or chances there. Sometimes it may fail. That depends on the people you are selecting or the area that you are choosing. So, but almost very closer answer you will get when you make a survey. So okay, then this again meteorological department also uses this one based on meteorological. That is what PE. In the textbook also it is given PE. Meteorological. Meteorological survey you can see there. In the textbook also it is given wrongly. So now look at this. Meteorological department predicts weather by observing trends from the data over many years of the past. See how we decide the summer, winter or a rainy season. It is actually from the many years we have been watching, say month of June or July or maybe April, May, summer. Okay, winter, December time is a winter season. Like that we, by seeing the many years, observations made by many years, so we decide the summer, winter, this season is winter, this season is summer, or this month it may rain. So it's all due to the observation and the probability you are taking here, the probability, chances. Is it clear to all of you? That is how in our daily life we get. Now look at this one example, exercise question 5.3. List the outcomes you can see in this experiment. Again it's a spinning wheel. So that means, so you will get divided into sectors, small sectors. So here alphabets are written A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Now equally likely or what? Is it equally likely?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How?
Yes, sir.
A is repeating 2 times here. Is it equally likely?
Sir, not.
It is not equally likely, not equal chance. A has got more favor here. Chance of getting A more than the B, C, D. A is 2 times, look at this, A. 2 sectors are there. B, C, D only 1. So it is not equally likely. Chance of getting A is more compared to B, C, D. Now, here is an experiment, spinning wheel. List out the possible outcomes you will get this year. Possible outcomes, what are the possible outcomes here? What are the possible outcomes? You will get A, B, C, D only. A, B, C, D. What is the probability of getting A here?
Sir, 2 by 5. 2 by
2 by 5. There are 5 chances. 5. A repeating 2 times. A. 2 times are there. Okay. So therefore 2 by 5. 2 by 5. What is the chance of getting B?
Sir, 1 by 5. Sir, 1 by 5.
1 by 5. See now, A is having chance 2 by 5, B is having chance 1 by 5, C is also having